This isn't a love story, it's a story about a relationship with a bench. A bench that has sat in our backyard for many sunsets, and as you can see, weather has taken its toll on the bench. So it was time to load it up, take it down to my shop, and give this bench a new look. Once I bring the remains of the bench into my shop, I start disassembling all of the old screws and anything that held this bench together. At this point, I had intentions on powder coating all of the metal hardware because this bench will be sitting outside and I wanted to protect the metal in the best way I knew how. Now that I have the hardware all taken apart, I took a measurement of the slats. They're all 4 feet long. I wanted to build this out of ash, so I went into my inventory and grabbed some pieces, cut them into 4-foot lengths, and jointed one edge. Now I can run them through my table saw to make the strips for the seat and the back. And that sweet push stick you see was made custom by my daughter in her shop class in school. Now that the strips are cut on the table saw, I can take these over to the jointer to surface one face on each board. Now I can take these boards over to the planer to surface the other face, and then I'll run them through my drum sander for a nice sanding. After the drum sanding is done, I head over to the router table where I use a 1/4-inch bit for the front piece of the seat of the bench and the top piece of the backrest of the bench. My daughter wanted to help out with this, so I had her do the rest of the boards with the 1/8-inch bit on the router table. Once that's done, we give it a light sanding and it's time to hit it with stain. Unfortunately, I forgot to hit record when I stained those, so you don't get to see it. Thinking about these legs, I decided not to do powder coating. I thought it would look good having new wood and old legs. Just add a little patina, add a little character to the bench, and I'm really happy with how this look turned out. So I'll just slide that in there and drill my holes. Now that I have all of my holes drilled, I put a little shoulder on each one of them so the threaded inserts fit nicely into the ends of the boards. Now flip each one and repeat the process. Now this bench is ready for assembly. Now I could have gone out and bought a new bench, but I know this bench has special meaning to my wife and she would appreciate it so much more when I rebuilt it rather than going and buying something new. This thing is coming together really nicely, and honestly at this point I'm excited to get it home and show my wife so we can once again sit on it and enjoy the sunset. But first, I had to struggle getting this thing to fit in the box of my truck. I just couldn't figure it out, so I finally just stood it up and drove it home like that. Of course, gotta say hi to Blue. Okay, she's super happy. And now we get to enjoy sitting on the bench and watching the sunsets. I mean, look at that view.